It's the real side of H-Town, 97.9 The Box. It's the Mad Hatter
Morning Show.
With a superstar in the building. Charlotte Flair is in the building.
Yeah.
Good morning. My trusty friend J Mac has started in with all the jokes and entertaining you since you walked in.
I just said.
Yeah, you got all up in her
talking
business.
to your dad this morning.
How'd you see her when you
On Instagram, of course.
You're a stalker, bro. But go ahead. Let's hear this.
What is the great advice that your dad gives you each and every morning?
Wait a minute. Go
Each
back.
and every morning?
Yeah, because you talk to him every morning, you said, so I'm just curious to what he
Already in
says.
her business.
Well, my nickname is Winky, so
What's
he
up,
always
Winky?
says, "Good morning, Winky." I'm like, "What's up, Dad?" And then, depending on how I sound, he either knows I'm in a good mood or bad mood, and then he'll decide which way to go with the conversation.
Obviously, you were in a good mood
Good
this
morning.
morning. So,
Good mood.
what was the conversation this morning?
He was on the way to the doctor's. Everything's fine, just a checkup.
Just in
Okay.
her business.
And he was like, "Have a good morning, making the rounds of media. You the real champ. Go."
I have to ask Winky.
Oh no, I can't.
Wait a minute. She told us about the whole intimate conversation between her and her father. And she won't tell me about
I can't.
She won't tell me about Winky, the nickname.
Oh. So
Wow.
when I was a baby,
Okay, thank you.
Like born, my dad was always like Stinky Winky.
Oh, okay. So like one of those kids and you don't outgrow it.
Ever.
So around
no.
friends he uses it. That's your name.
That's my. Well, I don't even know if friends would pick up, but my dad, my mom, and my siblings.
Really? The whole family calls you Winky? No
Well,
one
just-
calls you Charlotte.
Sometimes or if I'm like, if I have a lot of attitude, my dad will be like, "Okay, Charlotte." I'm like, "That's right, Dad."
That's okay. That's the
That's-
definitive name when something's amiss.
Well, speaking of your
Yes.
dad, that Nature Boy 30-30 for 30, you took part in that. Was there something that when you watched that, is there something you did not know when you watched the documentary, or is that pretty much everything you knew, or were you surprised by anything you saw?
He's just really bad at math.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. No, I knew everything.
And then when you got into the whole thing, I guess you were kind of reluctant because of the name, or you wanted to just dive in as Charlotte Flair? When you got into
No,
this?
well, at first I was just Charlotte, and then I was like, "Are you kidding me? You're naming me after where I'm from?"
Yeah.
But my dad was billed from Charlotte, so
Uh-huh.
or is billed from Charlotte, so it made sense at the time. But they're like, "Yeah, we'll just name her Charlotte," and then I'm kind of like, "Yeah, the joke's on you," but it all worked because from the Queen City, and then after WrestleMania 33, I believe it was the second WrestleMania. The company was like, "Yeah, let's put her last name. I mean, she can carry it." So Charlotte Flair.
When you were young, did you get any kind of grasp of like this was something different than a normal life, being around all these huge guys? I mean, I'm guessing you met Andre the Giant and all these people like this when you were young. I mean,
Not really, just because that's all I knew.
Mhm.
And I grew up in the same town, the same school, the same people. So it wasn't not until I got to college was I like, "Oh, this is cool. My dad's Ric Flair. I can really use this." So not till college.
What was your dad and your reaction to the Ric Flair Drip song when it came out last year?
Oh, my dad loves it.
Yeah? 'Cause he's in the video and everything.
Oh yeah, his dancing is like, oh my god, so
Embarrasses
embarrassing.
you.
Or he'll like when he first met Offset, he'd like show me text messages. I'm like, "You're sending him emojis, Dad." My dad loves emojis. I'm like, why are you so cool and I'm not?
Wow.
But when I first heard it, I wasn't sure what it meant. I was like, "What? Drip? Ric Flair drip?
That's funny.
Can I sing this? Like, is this cool? I don't know." I don't know, but yeah, it's awesome.
Did your father immediately get it? The whole Ric Flair drip? I
No,
guess because he
but,
got it immediately probably
Yeah,
because of
because
who
he already
is.
knew and
Right.
was part of the
Culture, so to
the
speak.
collaboration, but I didn't at first. But now, yeah, he has to keep me in the loop.
do you have a good Ric Flair woo, impersonation that you do?
Uh-oh.
I mean, of your father, can you do like his whole?
Well, I am second nature, so I don't know. Yeah, but I have to save the woos for Elimination Chamber on Sunday at the Toyota Center.
Okay.
I have to ask, is there any pressure being Ric Flair's daughter when it comes to your fighting? Like, is there expectation? Is there that name because the name is such a huge name? And do you feel it, or you just do your thing and you don't care?
I feel like that's why I'm the most hated wrestler today in the company.
You think so?
You think so? No, me? What? I get handed everything. Come on.
Oh,
now.
favoritism?
Oh, please. Title opportunities, championships, gold around my waist. Come on now.
That's your hard
I'm
work.
the golden child, the chosen one.
So, okay. So obviously you don't believe that. Does it piss you off a little bit, though? That they don't think that you work as hard as everybody else to get what you get?
I've had to take it in strides.
Right.
It's kind of one of those things where I just can't go around being like, well, guys, I didn't even get into wrestling because of my dad. It was because of my little brother, and I'm continuing his dream. And then I started wrestling, and then I'm like, why don't these people like me? Like, I played Division I sports, and I never wanted to be a wrestler, and I try really hard. And then when I finally realized, oh, you can use this to get crowd reaction and then embrace it. And it still comes and goes. And then right now, I think it's a perfect story. And then the fact that everyone really, like the fans really think they're like, this girl just gets handed everything. It's like, it works. And then it makes me want to be that much better.
So you embrace all the evil stuff, all the negativity, all the jealousy. You embrace it. No sense in fighting it. Embrace it. And
embrace it and go with it. And it's taken me a long time to get there, but like I go to bed at night knowing I know how much goes into what I do. I know how hard I work, and I know how good I am.
When did you know that you were good enough to say, and did you go to your father and say, hey, I'm doing this, I'm making this move?
Oh, no. I mean, you mean wrestling in general? Oh, no. It was in 2012, that summer. I was like, Dad, I want to do this. And he was just like, he knew it was something that I'd be good at. Well, he thought I'd be good at it because of the athleticism, but there's so much more that goes into it than that. Like, I had to grow so much and become polished, figure out how to do my makeup, be a diva, all these things. But he just thought, you know, if this is something you're going to do, you have to put as much effort into it as you did your sports. Just because he didn't want me just to go and
halfway do it. And just because I was going, he was like, listen, you know, like, you might get cut the first 3 months. I mean, you have no experience. Like, I am WWE homegrown, meaning like I didn't travel the independents. I didn't have practice or anything. Like, I showed up a blank slate and was like, here I am. I have a last name, but everything else I have built on my own.
I got to ask, guys, are they intimidated to like ask you out on dates because you're a wrestler and you're Ric Flair's daughter? Are they intimidated? Not saying I'm going to ask you on a date, but I'm.
What are you getting around to?
I don't know. Maybe. I think it's more like, gosh, she's such a witch on TV. I wonder if she's like that at home. So, I don't know.
But you're not like that at home, right?
Depends on the day. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. I know you got business to talk about here, so tell us what's going on and how we can get tickets so we can see you.
Tickets
and
are
everybody else as well.
Tickets are still available. Ticketmaster.com. So what's special about the Elimination Chamber on Sunday? Well, many things, but one, I will be sitting front row for Ronda Rousey versus Ruby Riott.
Ooh.
And the winner will face me at WrestleMania.
Ooh.
Do you have a preference?
Well, I already gave Ronda the beating of a lifetime, so I don't know if she wants another one.
Okay.
Yes. And then Ruby Riott, I have faced before. I've beaten her before. I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
And
I'll try not to interfere. I promise. I can't promise anything.
Is one a more fierce competitor, real quick?
Is what?
Is one a more fierce competitor?
No, they're both fierce.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Just two different styles.
Gotcha.
And then the first ever women's tag team titles, the women will be crowned on Sunday in the Chamber. There's 6 teams. So I'm interested to see who wins that, the first ever tag titles. And then there's the men's championship match
inside the chamber. And then Elimination Chamber is the first time ever in Houston. So many exciting things.
Okay. So all that happens on this Sunday, of course, at the Toyota Center. Tickets are still available right now. You can go online, HoustonToyotaCenter.com, and get your tickets. What else do we need to know about this incredible event happening this Sunday?
It's the road to WrestleMania. So anything can happen.
Anything.
Anything.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, Charlotte.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.